waiting for a bus at the end.
What's up YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today's video definitely didn't go according to a plan. A few days ago my Polo Vivo started overheating, and at first I thought it was something simple. I just thought the water wasn't circulating properly. I decided to start with the obvious things like the water pump and the thermostat housing, and I got straight to work. I was convinced it was one of those parts and I'd have my car back on the road in no time. So the following clips are going to be showing you how to change your water pump on your CLP engine and the thermostat housing as well.
Must be somewhere.
Okay guys, this is my setup. To open the water pump bolts, the Torx bit with a 10 spanner due to space, and then I loosen the bolts by holding the crank. So I'm holding the crank with a socket and a ratchet, and loosen the water pump bolts. So we're going to get that pulley out, then we can get the bolts at the back holding the pump in.
Blooming flowers, as much as I can.
So the next thing I did is I removed the serpentine belt or the accessory belt. You just got to move the tensioner and the belt will come off. Then I removed the water pump pulley, which gave me access to the bolts at the back. So the bolts at the back are not accessible if you don't remove this. So what I did was use the accessory belt to loosen these pulley bolts, then remove the accessory belt, and then you can remove the water pump.
Gone away. I'm gone away. I'm gone away. And the sun gonna shine on a
So comparison side by side. That's what your impeller should look like, and then that's what this one looks like. So it's pretty worn down. That's what it looks like when you remove the water pump. Just going to clean that surface so the O-ring can sit in there, and then put the new one on. So it's just, everything is just a reversal basically of what we did. So we're going to put the pump on, put the pulley on, put the belt on, then tighten the belt down, the pulley down.
brand new day for love. Brand new day for me. Brand
New water pump is in, the pulley is on, the serpentine belt is on, or the accessory belt. The second part of this is the thermostat housing. So when I got stuck when I was driving to a mall, so I pulled over to the side of the road, I opened up the 3 bolts and I removed the thermostats, so the car could just run cool because the water pump wasn't circulating. So that was a temporary fix to get me home. Now I'm going to replace this entire housing. It's the OEM one from like 2014 with the spare from Goldwagon. This is a simple job. You remove the hoses. These 2 go into the heater core. There's a clip at the back for a pipe going to the water pump. Then there's 2 front hoses going to the radiator, this temperature sensor, and there's 4 Torx bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, holding this piece in.
gone away.
So the thermostat housing is out. There's your 4 bolts here holding the housing in place. That's your pipe going to the water pump down there, and then you just disconnect your hoses. It's a fairly simple job. So let's reassemble, and then we can fill in some coolant and bleed the system and get the car up to temp.
Yeah. Then the sun gonna shine on a brand new day for me. A brand new day for love. Brand new day for me. Brand new day for love. Brand new day for me. Brand new day for love. Brand new day for me.
And just like that, guys, thermostat housing is back in. So we're gonna put the battery box back, and start the car and bleed out the system.
Brand new day for love. Brand new day for me. Brand new day for love. Yeah.
So what you guys just saw there was oil and water mixing. So that was my first mistake, not checking if the oil and water was mixing. And while I was driving the car, I could hear the engine getting a little bit rowdy. So that was already the first sign that something was wrong. But I chose to ignore it and replace the water pump and the thermostat housing. So yeah, this kind of stuff happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. There's nothing you can do about it. So after realizing that the head gasket was blown, I had an option of fixing this engine, but I managed to find a CLP engine with 7,000 kilometers on it from a newer model Polo. So I decided to just engine swap the car. Shout out to Mechanical Wise and Amin for doing the engine swap on the car. And the guys did it in about 4 to 5 days. And the engine is really new, it's still fresh. One more thing, guys. If you do own a Polo and it's a CLP engine Polo, please make sure you do a coolant flush. Besides the fact that the head gasket exploded, the radiator and the heater core had a lot of rust in it and corrosion. So that's just something I noticed. Make sure you do a regular coolant flush on your car, on your Polo. It's very important. The last time I serviced my car, I didn't have time and I was supposed to do the coolant flush and I didn't. So that was also a factor in what happened here today. So you can see this engine is fresh, hasn't been opened, and it looks like it did 7,000 kilometers in any case.